Okay, now I'm working on the pedal mechanism here, and I've got a picture over on my website on how the dimensions of all these cuts and everything. So okay, now it's going to go on there like this, but I'm going to have to put a middle support in there. So let's see what's going on here. Cool enough for me to handle. Now let's see how much binding I got from this. Alright, well, after I put some oil and stuff on this, probably work pretty well. Now, what I'm going to be doing next is for the center bar, for the center support piece, I'm going to make a piece that's going to go down and connect to here. So I'll have some center support. But I want to make sure that this is all lined up right. That's where then I'll have to weld that in. Let me zoom in on that a little bit. You guys see how that's set up? Put a bead right there. And then this will all be centered, hopefully. I have a feeling that after I lay this bead right here, it's gonna bind a little bit, so I have to be careful. Okay, now this is the brake mechanism here. I'll be putting in, when I do the pedal, I'll be putting the pedal right here, and it'll have a pin going through it, and the brake will, the weight of the brake will come down and rest right here against these points. So as I push, the brake will also, the pedal itself will be on a pivot too. Okay. And I built this out of 1 inch, 1/4 inch thick, because I wanted, since this is going to be controlling my brake, I wanted this to be more girthy. And I notched out the 1 inch flat stock, so it gave the illusion that it was clamping, you know, it was hooked on like that. Okay, now I might have a little, at first I was thinking about I might have some leverage problems, because if the pedal is going to be going here, the pedal is going to be higher than the connection point, but I don't think I'll have any problems. So that's the brake pedal. The gas pedal, or the gas pivot arm, you could call it. This here is same lengths as that. It's just that this is 1/8 inch flat stock, 1 inch. I don't need to build this to be so girthy, because this is just going to be pulling on a cable and articulating the arm back on the engine. So let's put this together quick and I'm not completely done. I'll have to put in weld a little bar on here or some flat stock on here coming down, but I'll show you here in a sec. Let me reposition the camera. Now, for all of these, for this tubing, this tubing, this tubing, this tubing, this tubing, and the other, and the brake tubing there, those lengths, I took a picture of those, and I'll put that over on my website. You can look down in the description for the link. And I'll probably have to oil this too. Now comes the point. So I'll be taking the rod here and cutting the rod and then building another like clevis that I did in back that's hooked to the plunger on the master cylinder. Build another one, stick the pin through there. I'll have my pedal up here and I'll be able to push like that. And I'm going to want to position this so that way both pedals are at the same height. So both pedals are right here. So when I go to put this weld on this back plate that's going to come down, oh, maybe it'll go in between here or something. But the back plate will come down and then have a hole drilled in it and a little notch so I can put the cable in there. And then I'll have the other portion of the cable, because you'll have holding the outside sleeve and one holding the cable itself. So when I push, it'll pull the plate forward and it'll engage the acceleration, and they'll probably be set up maybe about that far, something like that. And so when I sit in it, my feet will come to about right here. So they're exactly where, once I have the plate on, right to there, it's right at the ball of my foot. So with my foot sitting there, I'll be able to push. That. And I have to put springs in there too. And maybe put in some little rubber stoppers, maybe. Well, I don't think I'll have to worry about it over here, but over here I might. I don't know. Kind of throwing this together as I go through it. But yeah, like I said, I got a picture of the tubing links over on my website. Just click on the link down below and it'll take you right over there, and you can just right click on it, download it into your computer so you can see, so you'll be able to have these links too. This stuff here isn't in the picture. This stuff was all just fabricated, made up according to my foot position, how big my feet are. Now this, I'm not gonna, the center bar that goes through here that holds this all together, I'm not going to weld that into place or anything. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take some smaller DOM tubing that'll slide inside of this 3/4. I think it's 3/4. No, I'll get 3/4, and 3/4 will slide in the middle, and then I'll weld on a nut on that 3/4, and then I'll put some all thread through here, and then put 2 washers. So 2 washers will just kind of hold this thing together with all thread going all the way through it. So that way I'll still be able to unscrew it, pull out the all thread, and then it's kind of convenient because this little hammer right here fits right inside there, and I can tap on the back of the hammer here, and it makes the center tube come out. So yeah. So there we go. Okay guys, I think in the next one I'll probably make the pedals, maybe, or maybe I'll just make the pedals and not even put that on video. I don't know. Alright guys, I'll see you later. Bye bye.